Good morning, guys. It's a little after 6 in the morning and it is freezing. It's the middle of August and the low is 53. What is going on? So I'm out here naturally in my pajamas because we're friends, right? Friends wear pajamas around each other. But I am out here so early because I got a request for a custom bouquet last night, a large bouquet for an anniversary, and so I gotta cut the flowers for it because they're coming today. Plus another birthday arrangement, so I'm doing custom orders now. That's fun. And so I'm gonna start with 4 buckets and see where that gets me, and I might fill it more. I'd rather have too much than have to come back out and cut more, you know? You know what I'm saying? Just a warning, my dahlia patch is a weedy mess. It is getting weeded this weekend. It is getting bumped up to the priority list because these are my babies and they're being drowned out by grass. So ignore it today because I will start to weed instead of pick flowers and then just get sidetracked because ADD, you know? So, yeah, let's cut. Let's see how much we got out here. It is so peaceful to be up and awake before everybody else. I mean, there's other people awake. It's not crazy early. But like the world isn't awake yet. Like people aren't on the street. My solar panel my solar panel, I can't say it. Solar panel. Solar panel. Solar panel. Solar panel. Say that 3 times fast. My neighbors aren't awake yet. That's magical. Yeah, let's get to cutting. Typically, because this is the kind of person I am, I have to start at row 1. It doesn't matter if there's 5 flowers here and 1,000,000 over here. I have to start here. So let's start. As I stand here and there's a chorus of roosters singing me their morning song, I have to stop and remember because this is like part of normal everyday life. There's not a day that goes by, not even an hour that goes by without a rooster screaming. I prayed for this. I longed for this. I wanted so badly to wake up and hear the songs of my people. And I'm living it. Because sometimes it's really hard because I'm a dreamer, okay? And so sometimes it can feel like I'm never satisfied. Like once I hit one dream, I have to immediately start dreaming of the next big dream. That's my toxic trait. But also, just take the time to acknowledge fulfillment. Because while it might seem silly to some people, like I cried about this in my little town house, dreaming of this day. So let's listen to the chorus for a minute or two and acknowledge a little satisfaction. Look at these beauties in the sunrise. I am going to be thoroughly soaked because everything in here is wet. But I'm finally starting to get nice long stems. So that's good because this person is paying for a $60 arrangement, which freaks me out. I've never done a bouquet that big before. So there's going to be a lot of flowers in it. It's going to be so beautiful. Possibilities are endless, but it stresses me out. So one thing about dahlias is that the weather can affect their colors, which is really fun because you could start the season with one color and end it with another. And look how muted this is. At this point, I don't even know what flower this is supposed to be because the shape looks like Rock Run Ashley, but it's in the wrong spot and it's weird. So this one? I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but let's try. There is a fog rolling in. Can you see it? That wasn't there before. After growing her, I now know why everyone's favorite is Jowie Winnie, because first of all, this isn't even the size it can be. I've had massive, and I mean massive, blooms come off, like triple the size of this one, come off of this plant, but it just cranks them out. The stems are always good and sturdy. The head is sturdy, like it's not gonna pop off, and it is beautiful. I get it. I will be growing so many of her next year. Here's a good example. Here's a good example of flowers aging, changing color. So as you can see, the one in the front is newer, and then this one is a lighter color, same flower. I think this is iced tea, if you want to know. I think my lens is fogging up. Give me a second. There, that's better. Next up is going to be mostly Peaches and Cream. It's one of my favorite dahlias, but the bugs love that one. It will pick Peaches and Cream over anything else in here, and it's so frustrating. But at least I planted so many, so if half go to the bugs, I can have half, possibly. Also, I saw someone else post, if your plant looks like this and only half of your dahlia is opening, it's likely due to bug damage. The tarnished plant bug only let half my dahlia open. This is the first bloom that I've gotten off of this beauty. I know I was just talking about Peaches and Cream, but this came first. Mystique. Isn't that a pretty color? And the outside petals are kind of lighter, which gives it like a dimensional look. It's so pretty. Love it. Alright. There's gonna be less talky, more cutty, because I still have to milk this morning. And then make the arrangement. So. Okay, the main culprit of my personal dahlia issue, because it's different everywhere you go, are the Japanese beetles. And I think that maybe, okay, so if you're having pest problems, everything has a life cycle, okay? It might be hot and heavy for a while, but they're gonna, you know, die off eventually. And it looks like, because I've cut 3 in a row with no bug damage, and that is unheard of on this one. But I just wanted to show you how fun they are, because this is peaches and cream. And this is also peaches and cream. Now this is what you want. This is what everybody's after. This one, I still think this is pretty though. I like the variation. Sometimes you can get an all orange one too. And then a cafe right stuck in the middle. Also, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I've got to put you on a time lapse because look around. Oh, can't really tell on camera, but there's so many flowers in here that need to be picked. Anyway, a lot of times people tell you that dahlias are not gonna open any more than they do, or than they are right now when you pick them. I don't know about every dahlia, but this one, Cafe Olay, I feel confident in picking it half open, because I picked one like this the other day and I put it in my house and it fully opened, you guys, all the way. And it looked beautiful and magical. And maybe that'll give it a couple extra days of vase life. Who knows? But, okay, here's a time lapse of me and my flower field. Okay, I just spent 20 minutes taking pictures and videos out here because this is golden hour. Look how magical all of this looks. So here's a couple shots that I took. Not professional, just admiring the beauty. Okay, I've got 4 buckets of beautiful, beautiful things. And the girls are yelling at me because even though I started at 6 a.m., I have somehow, I've somehow spent 2.5 hours out here. Whoopsie. And I feel like I haven't even cut that much stuff. But I'm gonna go milk and then we will put this arrangement together. Hello, people of the world, of the internet world. I am done. Hello. I'm done cutting and I'm done milking, and now it's time to put these arrangements together. I have 2 vase options because here's one. It's fancier, but the neck is kind of small. I feel like I'm gonna go with this one because a $60 bouquet from me, not from like a florist that is expensive. There's a crap ton of flowers in there, okay? So I think I'm gonna be able to jam them all in this wide neck one, but we'll see. I'm torn because I make the best bouquets when I'm not trying to make bouquets. When I'm just holding them in my hand, cramming everything together, That is when I make the best bouquet. If I sit and I try to arrange each piece, I hate it every single time. So I'm torn on what to do. Because I'm not going to be able to hold $60 worth, you know, in my hand. We'll see. We'll see. I did go out and cut, like, while I was milking, I ran out and I cut some of my favorite late summer filler is this. It's called pokeweed. It's a weed. It grows wild here on my farm, but it looks so pretty dangling out. Look, you can see all the different phases. It starts out just these white little floofs, and then that gets the little berries, and then they get bigger, and then they start to turn, and there's none on here that are purple, but they make like a dark purple berry. And this just fills out every arrangement so beautifully. So I think I'm gonna start with this. Oh yes. See the way it like dangles over? I love it. You ever just feel like you're winging your way through life? Because that's me literally every day. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. But it seems to be working out so far, at least. Alright, so I've got a base of pokeweed. Now, I know what I want the showstoppers to be. I want this to be a tall arrangement with lots of floofs on the outside. Oh my gosh, the solar panel people are watching me talk to a camera. They probably think I'm nuts. This is what I have been living with. What used to be peace and quiet is now weird men watching me be weird. I moved to the country so that I could be alone. Now I'm never alone. Anyway, I've got to pick a color palette. My favorite color palette is peach. As you can see, tons of my flowers are in that peach, pinky, champagne color palette. I have to remind myself when it's the buying season to not just get pink and peach. Like, other people might like a different color than you, Kim. You can't just be selfish and only pick the colors that you like, or my whole field would just be a mirage of different shades of peach. But what I think I'm gonna do is arrange the glads because they're so beautiful this week. I'm torn between what is my favorite, between this peachy, like pinky peachy, or this purple that is beautiful, this like soft purple that ruffles. Might just put them both in. And they're sending off these little baby side shoots. I love it. Gladiolas, I didn't think that I used to like, but turns out I love them because they're so usable. Like, as many flowers as they put on. So I just ripped off like 6 flowers on the bottom that were done, but look how many are still beautiful. And this white with the little coral throat, so pretty. I am loving these. Let me show you my favorite one. I'm probably not going to use it in this arrangement, but this soft lavender, you're not going to be able to tell because of the sun, but just trust me, it looks so beautiful. This purple and pink. I've got all my glads in, and I'm doing the thing where I'm trying to stick it in perfectly, and I hate it, but I think if I just jam enough flowers in there, that there's no way that I won't like it, right? I need some tall guys. Whoa! So I'm going for height first. I'm going to fill it out in the top and then stick things in the bottom. I am winging it, you guys. I really don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully, I mean, you can't really mess up beautiful. You can't really mess up dahlias. Any way you put them in there, I feel like they're going to look good. They're very forgiving, if you will. I get so frustrated because I like things perfect and there's like tiny little bug bites right here. And that's fine for a market bouquet, but on an expensive, a higher end bouquet, I just want it to be perfect. Definitely gonna have to put a cafe in there, and I'm gonna put it in before things start to get too crowded, because it's got a thick stem, so I really gotta jam it in. I don't like this one. This one is throwing me off. You don't go. I'm gonna change you out for purple. So sorry. I don't think I've ever had snapdragons this late in the season before, but mine are like just starting to thrive for whatever reason. Maybe because we've had such a weird, we've had cool nights. So maybe that's it. Here's a cute little twofer. It's got two on a stem, but the stem is kind of crooked. So I don't know if I'll be able to fit it in here or not. Oh yes, she fits. What do you think so far? This looks pretty, huh? I would like it on my table. And I still have so many things I could stick in here. The colors of Rock Run Ashley are just so soft and dainty and beautiful. I love them. I'm thinking I picked a couple sprigs of Sweet Annie just for some texture and the scent factor. This is, if I could make a perfume of Sweet Annie, it's stuck in my hair, I would wear it every day. It smells so good. Here she is. Wow. What do we think, guys? I love it. Okay, so I will discuss the ingredients, and yes, I'm zoomed in, so sorry about my face. But we have dahlias of all shapes, colors, maybe not all colors, most of them are in the peach family, my fave. Some gladiolas in there that will continue to open all these little things. So she will get a nice long vase life out of those, because dahlias are drama queens, and you'll get a good 4 days, and then, well, sometimes if you can remember to change the water, which I never do. I know that's bad. My dangly favorite pokeweed. I stuck some opal basil stems in there. I don't know if you can see. But it's just this hint of drama with a little purple. Some sprigs of, I did a couple sprigs of Sweet Annie just for texture and scent. And then more dahlias, pokeweed, and glads. And there's a couple snapdragons in there. They're really kind of hidden. But I think she is lovely. Don't you? I would love for my husband to get me this arrangement, I think. Can you tell this is how I talk myself into stuff? I'm like, yeah, I love it. It's great. It's fine. It's wonderful. But I really do. I do love this one. I'm proud of it. But yeah, here's my amateur flower arranging. I have no skills. I have no previous experience. So if I can do it, you can do it, guys. Grow your own flowers. Make pretty arrangements, even if it's just for you, if it's for your family. This year I'm trying to do better. I grow so many flowers outside. I look outside, wonderful, beautiful. My table always empty, or like a vase of half dead flowers that have been there for a week and a half. So I'm trying to do better. I think after this I'm gonna make me a cutesy little arrangement to sit on my table, because this time is fleeting. It lasts like this long, it feels like, of the year. And then the rest of the year, everything's dead and gray and sad. So, I am going to get on with today's task, but I just wanted to take you along on a morning of a last-minute flower arrangement that you psych yourself out for, but it always turns out fine. So, anywhoozy, I'll be back again next week with more flower installments. If this is your thing, stick around. If not, I've got more homestead content coming too, because I like to do a little bit of everything. So, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.